Seniors, 3 worst milks you should never touch and 3 you must drink daily. Senior health tips. For countless years, Americans have been led to believe a universally accepted truth that milk, in its various forms, stands as an unassailable pillar of health, the foundational secret to building robust bones, sustaining unwavering energy levels, and even maintaining a sharp, agile mind well into old age. This narrative has permeated our culture, from school lunchrooms to doctors' offices, creating an almost sacred belief in the dairy aisle's offerings. However, as the sands of time continue to shift and our bodies gracefully, or sometimes less gracefully, navigate the journey past the 6th decade, a startling and crucial revelation emerges from the depths of modern scientific inquiry. The very milk that once promised vitality, the carton sitting innocently in your refrigerator, the one you reach for every morning, might actually be subtly undermining your well-being, paradoxically contributing to the very ailments it was once thought to prevent. Clinical studies conducted with rigorous scrutiny are now unveiling an inconvenient truth. Certain popular milks, those beverages consumed with diligent regularity by seniors across the nation, possess a silent, insidious capability to ignite systemic inflammation within your joints, send your blood sugar levels spiraling into dangerous territories, systematically weaken the structural integrity of your bones, and even accelerate the unwelcome onset of memory decline. Indeed, some intrepid researchers have presented compelling evidence suggesting that making the wrong milk choice can tragically elevate your personal risk of debilitating fractures and persistent chronic inflammation by a staggering margin of over 40%. Yet, before a wave of concern compels you to entirely banish milk from your diet, a deeper understanding is paramount, for not all milks are created equal, and not all pose this hidden threat. In fact, amidst the vast array of choices, 3 specific types of milk have been definitively shown, through extensive research, to achieve precisely the opposite effect. Far from causing harm, these particular milks actively contribute to the formidable strengthening of your skeletal framework, effectively soothe and quell inflammatory processes throughout your body, and even provide a protective shield for your precious brain, safeguarding it against the relentless march of age-related degradation. Today, we stand on the precipice of unveiling critical distinctions. We will meticulously identify the 3 worst milks that seniors, for the sake of their long-term health and independence, should unequivocally remove from their daily routine, never to touch again. Simultaneously, we will celebrate and illuminate the 3 best milks, those potent elixirs you should wholeheartedly embrace and consume on a daily basis. If your aspiration is to remain strong, maintain unwavering stability, and cherish your independence through every stage of life. So, prepare your mind for a paradigm shift, as the insights shared here possess the profound potential to forever alter what you choose to pour into your glass tomorrow morning, fundamentally reshaping your approach to daily nutrition and overall well-being. The pervasive marketing messages often paint a picture of these alternatives as inherently healthier, lighter, and more aligned with a modern, conscious lifestyle. They are frequently lauded as heart-friendly, easy to digest, and even better for your bones, promising a gentle yet effective path to improved health without the perceived drawbacks of traditional dairy. However, lurking insidiously behind the vibrant, often misleadingly wholesome imagery on these colorful cartons and the undeniably catchy, reassuring labels, lies a quiet, almost imperceptible danger. This hazard, tragically, is one that the vast majority of individuals over the age of 60 simply do not foresee, a stealthy antagonist poised to undermine their health from within. The core of this pervasive problem, the silent saboteur hiding in plain sight, is sugar. It is an alarming truth that many of these seemingly benign plant-based milks are surreptitiously loaded with various forms of sugar, whether it be refined cane sugar, high fructose corn syrup, or a medley of other processed syrups. These sweet additives are not included for nutritional benefit, but rather for one singular deceptive purpose: to artificially enhance their palatability and make them taste more appealing to the masses, masking their otherwise often bland or uninviting natural flavors. While a younger, more resilient body might possess the metabolic fortitude to process and shrug off the occasional influx of such sugars without immediate noticeable consequences, the physiological landscape dramatically alters after the age of 60. At this pivotal juncture in life, an individual's insulin sensitivity naturally begins a gradual yet inexorable decline. This critical physiological shift means that every single sip of sweetened almond, oat, or soy milk, far from being a harmless refreshment, delivers a significantly harder, more detrimental blow to the aging system. Each intake triggers a rapid and pronounced spike in blood sugar levels, initiating a cascade of adverse effects. This sugar surge contributes directly to the EU's unwelcome accumulation of stubborn belly fat, a particularly dangerous form of adipose tissue. It saps your vital energy, leaving you feeling chronically drained and fatigued, and perhaps most concerningly, it quietly yet relentlessly fuels the insidious progression towards type 2 diabetes, a condition that can have devastating long-term health implications. The story of Mr. Thompson, a dignified 72-year-old retiree from the tranquil landscapes of Ohio, remains etched vividly in my memory, a poignant testament to this hidden danger. He approached me with a profound sense of confusion, his brow furrowed with worry, utterly perplexed as to why his blood sugar levels were inexplicably climbing, stubbornly refusing to stabilize despite his conscientious efforts to drastically reduce his consumption of desserts and other obvious sugary treats. Our meticulous investigation into his daily routine, a careful forensic examination of his seemingly innocent habits, ultimately unearthed the surprising culprit: his cherished, healthy morning ritual. Every single day, with unwavering dedication, he consumed 2 tall, generous glasses of vanilla almond milk with his breakfast. He genuinely believed, with an earnest conviction, that he was making a prudent choice, actively protecting the integrity and strength of his bones. In a tragic twist of irony, however, he was, unbeknownst to him, ingesting the calorific and glycemic equivalent of several heaping spoonfuls of pure sugar before the clock even struck 9 a.m. Within a mere few months of this seemingly innocuous habit, Mr. Thompson began to experience a distressing constellation of symptoms. He developed painful and persistent joint stiffness, a relentless, pervasive fatigue that clung to him throughout the day, and early, unmistakable signs of insulin resistance, setting him firmly on the path toward more severe metabolic complications. This unfortunate scenario starkly illustrates the profound price one unknowingly pays when placing blind faith in a product's alluring label, failing to scrutinize the often obscure fine print that holds the critical, albeit uncomfortable, truths. And the insidious problem extends far beyond the mere presence of sugar. A deeper examination reveals another alarming reality. The vast majority of cartons containing sweetened almond or oat milk, despite their names, astonishingly contain less than 2% of the actual nut or grain they purport to represent. The overwhelming bulk of the liquid inside these containers is, in essence, little more than filtered water, bulked up with a cocktail of gums, thickeners, and often an array of artificial flavorings designed to mimic a natural taste. Consequently, instead of bestowing upon your aging body the invaluable magnesium, the protective vitamin E, or the crucial antioxidants it so desperately requires at this delicate stage of life, nutrients essential for cellular health, cognitive function, and inflammatory response, you are, in reality, consuming a highly processed, nutrient-depleted liquid. This concoction offers negligible, if any, genuine protection for your memory, provides scant support for the structural integrity of your bones, and does little to safeguard the health and flexibility of your joints. In fact, a growing body of research increasingly indicates that seniors who habitually rely on these sweetened, non-dairy milks place themselves at a significantly elevated risk of accelerated bone density loss, more frequent and intense arthritis flare-ups, and dangerously unpredictable blood sugar swings that can compromise their overall health and well-being. Consider the profound irony. You consciously select that brightly packaged carton, genuinely believing it to be the superior, healthier choice for your aging body, yet beneath the deceptive veneer of marketing, it is silently and systematically robbing you of your physical stability, your mental clarity, and ultimately your cherished independence. Sweetened plant-based milk, in this context, is not merely a beverage. It is a wolf in sheep's clothing, one of the most cunning and detrimental traps insidiously laid out in the bustling aisles of the modern grocery store for unsuspecting seniors. Yet, if you are under the impression that this constitutes the sole hidden danger subtly lurking within the confines of your refrigerator, it is imperative to reconsider. for the subsequent milk on our meticulously curated list, while seemingly trendy, innocuous, and utterly harmless on the surface, possesses the uncanny ability to quietly erode your strength and vitality in a completely distinct yet equally concerning manner. Oat milk, with its undeniably appealing creamy texture and its plant-based credentials, has experienced an absolutely meteoric rise in popularity, rapidly becoming a staple across America. It's no exaggeration to say that if you step foot into almost any chic coffee shop, whether nestled in the bustling urban canyons of New York, the vibrant cultural tapestry of Chicago, or the sun-drenched, sprawling metropolis of Los Angeles, you will inevitably encounter it proudly advertised, a ubiquitous symbol of a trendy, purportedly heart-healthy alternative. Seniors, drawn by its gentle reputation, its plant-derived origins, and its modern appeal, frequently gravitate towards this option, perceiving it as a safe and beneficial choice for their evolving nutritional needs. However, beneath this veneer of modernity and perceived health lies a deeply unsettling truth that demands immediate attention. If the oat milk you consistently choose is not specifically and adequately fortified with crucial nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, it does not, in fact, contribute to your strength. Instead, it can insidiously drain your vitality, silently undermining the very skeletal and energetic support it claims to offer. As individuals gracefully transition past the age of 60, a natural yet concerning physiological process accelerates. Their bones begin to thin at a noticeably faster rate than in earlier years. In this critical phase of life, calcium and vitamin D transcend their role as mere nutrients. They transform into absolute lifelines, indispensable for maintaining a skeletal system robust enough to effectively prevent the kind of debilitating fractures that can, in an instant, tragically rob one of their cherished independence and alter the trajectory of their remaining years. Yet, a stark and alarming reality persists. The vast majority of unfortified oat milks contain an almost negligible amount, if any, of these absolutely critical nutrients. Consequently, you may consume it with a genuine belief that you are actively protecting your health, diligently safeguarding your future, but in truth, every single glass becomes an empty promise, a nutritional void that fails to deliver on its implicit assurances. Compounding this issue, oats inherently contain phytic acid, a naturally occurring compound that, while not entirely harmful in other contexts, possesses a significant drawback. Phytic acid has a powerful affinity for binding to essential minerals such as calcium and magnesium, forming insoluble complexes that effectively block your body's ability to absorb these vital nutrients from the digestive tract. Over an extended period, the cumulative effect of this malabsorption becomes profoundly detrimental. Your bones progressively grow weaker, your muscles begin to lose their inherent power and resilience, and your sense of balance, once steady and reliable, becomes noticeably less stable, increasing your susceptibility to falls and their potentially devastating consequences. I vividly recall the case of Mrs. Ramirez, a warm and gentle 68-year-old grandmother hailing from the sun-drenched landscapes of Texas, who sought my counsel after enduring 2 unsettling small falls within a distressing span of less than 6 months. She arrived utterly baffled and disheartened, genuinely convinced she was meticulously adhering to every correct health practice imaginable. With unwavering consistency, every single morning, she diligently added oat milk to her bowl of cereal, firmly believing it represented the zenith of healthy dietary choices. However, when we conducted a comprehensive bone density test, the results revealed an alarming and undeniable thinning of her bone structure, a clear indicator of osteoporosis. Her seemingly healthy daily routine, pursued with the best of intentions, had, in a cruel twist of fate, been silently starving her bones of the very nutrients they desperately needed, leaving her tragically vulnerable to fractures that possessed the profound potential to irrevocably alter the entire course of her remaining life. This heartbreaking narrative serves as a stark reminder of the profound price one inevitably pays when beguiled by the clever machinations of marketing, choosing superficial style over substantive nutritional substance. And the detrimental impact of unfortified oat milk, unfortunately, does not halt at bone health. Most commercially available oat milks are surreptitiously loaded with hidden carbohydrates that undergo rapid breakdown within the body, swiftly converting into sugar. For seniors whose natural insulin sensitivity has already begun its inevitable decline with age, this rapid conversion translates into dangerous and erratic blood sugar spikes, followed by equally debilitating crashes. The resulting cascade of symptoms, the pervasive fatigue that saps all energy, the frustrating brain fog that clouds mental clarity, and the stubborn weight gain that stubbornly accumulates around the waistline, can often be directly traced back to the regular consumption of this ostensibly healthy option. Furthermore, to achieve the appealingly thick and creamy texture that consumers desire, manufacturers frequently incorporate a myriad of gums, oils, often less healthy varieties, and stabilizers into the product. This concoction, while improving mouthfeel, often creates a recipe for internal discomfort, manifesting as persistent bloating, unpleasant acid reflux, and general gut irritation. These digestive disturbances can, in turn, subtly diminish your appetite and transform every meal into an uncomfortable ordeal, detracting from the simple pleasure of eating. Unfortified oat milk, therefore, is far more than just a trendy beverage. It is a nutritional trap, deceptively laid, that systematically robs seniors of their strength, their vital energy, and their fundamental stability, impacting their overall quality of life. However, if you find the preceding revelations alarming, prepare yourself for an even deeper layer of concern as we delve into the next milk on our list. This particular beverage is a deceptively comforting favorite, a ubiquitous presence in many homes, yet it cunningly conceals its inherent dangers beneath a cloak of sweet, profoundly familiar flavors. For a significant number of seniors, flavored milk, whether it be a classic glass of chocolate, a comforting vanilla, or a cheerful strawberry, evokes a profound sense of nostalgia, often feeling like a cherished treat or a comforting indulgence. It reliably conjures up idyllic childhood memories, offering a sweet, almost innocent taste of solace and contentment that, on the surface, appears utterly harmless and benign. Furthermore, for the ever-growing population of individuals who contend with the often uncomfortable reality of lactose intolerance, flavored lactose-free milk frequently appears as the quintessential, perfect solution. It promises to be gentle on a sensitive stomach, alleviating digestive distress, while simultaneously delivering a burst of delicious flavor to the palate. Yet, behind this seemingly innocuous, creamy sweetness, deeply embedded within its alluring texture and taste, lies a serious and insidious danger, one that holds particularly grave implications for individuals gracefully navigating their way past the age of 60. The hidden enemy, the silent antagonist within these seemingly innocent beverages, is unequivocally sugar. Flavored milks across the board routinely contain an astonishing amount of sugar per serving, often surpassing the sugar content found in an entire can of carbonated soda. For an aging body whose natural insulin sensitivity has already diminished, rendering it less capable of efficiently processing glucose. This sudden, overwhelming flood of sugar initiates a perilous metabolic roller coaster. It sends blood glucose levels soaring to dangerously high peaks, only for them to precipitously crash soon after, leaving the individual feeling profoundly weak, mentally foggy, and utterly drained of energy. Over an extended period, this recurring metabolic chaos does not merely create transient discomfort, it relentlessly accelerates the march towards debilitating conditions such as type 2 diabetes, the accumulation of stubborn and metabolically active belly fat, and a pervasive, unwelcome weight gain that can render every physical step and movement increasingly arduous and painful. Furthermore, adding another layer of concern, many commercial brands of flavored milks, even the diet or sugar-free variants, frequently resort to using artificial sweeteners like sucralose. These synthetic compounds, far from being harmless alternatives, have been increasingly implicated in disrupting the delicate balance of the gut microbiome, and concerning research has begun to link them to systemic inflammation and the exacerbation of chronic joint pain. Thus, what begins as a simple, comforting glass of flavored milk, an innocent indulgence, can subtly and tragically trigger years of chronic struggle, paving the way for a myriad of health complications. I am particularly reminded of Mr. Jensen, a distinguished 70-year-old retired teacher from the sunny environs of Florida, who presented to me with persistent complaints of constant, debilitating fatigue and a noticeable, agonizing worsening of his long-standing arthritis. He was utterly bewildered, genuinely unable to comprehend why his once reliable energy levels had so dramatically collapsed, especially considering what he perceived to be a healthy and conscientious diet. Through careful questioning and a thorough review of his daily habits, the truth eventually emerged. Every single evening, as a cherished ritual and what he considered a harmless treat, he indulged in a tall, generous glass of strawberry lactose-free milk, firmly convinced that this particular choice was superior and safer for his sensitive digestion. What he tragically failed to realize was the profound reality that he was, with every comforting sip, unwittingly consuming spoonfuls of concentrated added sugar and a cocktail of artificial chemicals. These seemingly innocuous ingredients were, in fact, actively fueling his joint pain, relentlessly spiking his insulin levels, and dangerously worsening his cardiovascular risk factors, silently contributing to a deteriorating health profile. Within a mere 6 months of this seemingly innocent habit, Mr. Jensen had regrettably gained a significant amount of metabolically dangerous belly weight, and his blood pressure, once stable, had climbed sharply into concerning territories. This poignant case underscores the profound price one inevitably pays when the alluring mask of sweetness deceptively disguises itself as health, leading to perilous, unforeseen consequences. And the insidious effects do not end with sugar and artificial additives. To meticulously craft the rich, creamy texture that consumers find so appealing and comforting, manufacturers frequently resort to incorporating hydrogenated oils and a range of synthetic emulsifiers into their flavored milk products. These particular compounds are far from benign. They actively interfere with the body's intricate fat metabolism, promoting widespread cellular inflammation, and critically, they can disrupt the delicate balance of cholesterol, altering the beneficial HDL to the detrimental LDL ratios. These are precisely the kind of physiological stressors that an older individual, especially one with an aging and potentially vulnerable heart, simply cannot afford to encounter, let alone regularly consume. What you perceive to be a soothing, comforting drink, a moment of harmless indulgence, is in actual truth a silent saboteur, relentlessly undermining your physical strength, eroding your cherished independence, and even diminishing your fundamental ability to remain active and engaged in the world around you. Flavored cow's milk, or its lactose-free counterparts, is not merely a harmless indulgence. It represents a slow, relentless erosion of health, a perilous path that no senior with their intrinsic desire for vitality and longevity can truly afford to embark upon. However, amidst these sobering revelations, there gleams a beacon of optimism, a wellspring of genuinely good news. While some milks, as we have meticulously explored, stealthily work to sabotage your body from within, there exists an equally potent category of milks that possess the remarkable capacity to actively rebuild and restore your health. These beneficial elixirs can effectively quell the flames of inflammation, significantly strengthen the foundational structure of your bones, and provide robust protection for the intricate complexities of your mind. Let us now metaphorically turn the page, moving beyond the shadows of detrimental choices, to uncover and celebrate the 3 best milks that seniors should wholeheartedly embrace and incorporate into their daily dietary regimen. These are the truly transformative choices, the beverages that hold the profound potential to genuinely reshape your future, empowering you with sustained vitality and robust health for years to come. If there exists one particular milk that unequivocally deserves the esteemed title of a true healer for seniors, a beverage embodying restorative power, it is, without a shadow of a doubt, kefir. At first glance, a glass of kefir might appear to be nothing more than a slightly thicker, drinkable yogurt, unassuming in its simplicity. Yet, residing within that seemingly ordinary glass is a profoundly more powerful entity, a living, dynamically fermented milk, brimming with an astonishing diversity of dozens of distinct beneficial bacteria strains and potent yeasts. This symbiotic community of microorganisms possesses the remarkable capacity to fundamentally transform the very manner in which your body gracefully, or indeed less gracefully, navigates the complex process of aging. As we progressively advance in years, a natural yet significant physiological shift occurs. Our digestive efficiency, once robust and seamless, begins to subtly weaken, becoming less adept at breaking down and assimilating nutrients. Concurrently, our immune system, the stalwart guardian of our health, gradually slows its intricate responses, making us more susceptible to illness. Furthermore, our ability to effectively absorb absolutely vital nutrients from the food we consume experiences a noticeable decline. This multifaceted physiological downturn is not merely a minor inconvenience. It constitutes the fundamental, underlying reason why a disheartening number of seniors experience a pervasive sense of weakness, feel increasingly fragile, and become noticeably less steady on their feet, impacting their confidence and mobility. Kefir, with its unique and potent composition, directly and comprehensively addresses all of these age-related challenges in a manner that no other milk or dairy product can replicate with such efficacy. Abundantly packed with an astounding array of more than 30 distinct strains of beneficial probiotics, kefir embarks on a powerful mission to meticulously restore and rebalance the often compromised gut microbiome, the complex ecosystem of microorganisms residing within our digestive tract. By fostering a thriving and diverse gut environment, kefir significantly enhances your body's innate ability to absorb crucial nutrients like calcium and vitamin D, the two indispensable nutrients that, more than any others, profoundly dictate whether your bones retain their formidable strength and resilience, or conversely, succumb to becoming brittle and fragile. Compelling clinical research has consistently demonstrated that seniors who make the conscious choice to drink kefir on a regular basis experience tangible and significant improvements across several critical health metrics. They report enhanced balance, develop demonstrably stronger muscles, and, critically, suffer fewer debilitating falls. These are not merely minor improvements. These are outcomes that possess the profound capacity to quite literally save a life, preserving autonomy and preventing serious injury. But the profound benefits of kefir extend far deeper than just bone health. Kefir is also a rich, natural source of vitamin K2, a critical, often overlooked nutrient that plays a pivotal, directive role in the body. Vitamin K2 acts as a precise guide, instructing calcium exactly where it needs to go within the complex biological system, ensuring it is strategically directed into the skeletal framework to build strength, rather than allowing it to meander aimlessly and, more dangerously, accumulate and clog vital arteries. Without the judicious guidance of K2, calcium, despite its perceived benefits, can paradoxically betray you, contributing to the hardening and calcification of blood vessels, even while leaving your bones alarmingly fragile and vulnerable. With kefir, however, your body is empowered to utilize calcium in the precise, beneficial manner it was originally intended, actively building unparalleled strength and unwavering stability, rather than inadvertently causing harm. I vividly recall the poignant transformation of Mrs. Howard, a resilient 74-year-old widow from the picturesque landscapes of Michigan. She initially sought my help in a state of profound exhaustion, plagued by a relentless array of debilitating digestive problems, and consumed by an overwhelming terror of falling again, a fear intensified by a recent traumatic hip fracture. With trepidation, she began a simple yet courageous regimen, drinking a small plain glass of kefir every evening before retiring for the night. Within a remarkably short span of just 3 months, her digestion experienced a dramatic and welcome improvement. She joyfully reported a significant reduction in the persistent bloating that had once tormented her. And most importantly, her long-lost energy began to steadily return, breathing new life into her days. Even more astonishingly, her subsequent follow-up bone scans revealed a measurable and undeniable improvement in her bone density, an outcome we rarely have the privilege of witnessing in patients of her advanced age. With tears of genuine gratitude glistening in her eyes, she confided in me, her voice filled with emotion, "Doctor, I feel like I've been given back a precious piece of my independence." This heartfelt declaration eloquently encapsulates the extraordinary transformative power of kefir. Kefir is far more than just a mere milk product. It is, in essence, a living, vibrant medicine, meticulously working to rebuild health from the inside out, calming systemic inflammation, providing robust protection for the delicate intricacies of the heart, and sharpening the cognitive faculties of the mind. While kefir undeniably holds its rightful place as a quiet, powerful healer, the next milk we unveil is an ancient, regrettably overlooked ally that possesses an equally profound capacity for transformation, especially for seniors who actively seek both comfort and enduring strength in their daily lives. Goat milk, despite its impressive nutritional profile and numerous health benefits, may not instinctively be the first carton that your hand reaches for amidst the familiar offerings in the dairy aisle of your local grocery store. However, for the discerning senior, it can emerge as one of the most potent and invaluable allies in their unwavering quest for sustained health and cherished independence. Diverging significantly from the vast majority of cow's milk predominantly consumed in America, which typically contains the A1 protein, a specific genetic variant widely implicated in causing digestive stress and triggering inflammatory responses in many individuals, goat milk distinguishes itself with a crucial difference. Its protein composition is almost entirely made up of the gentler, more easily digestible A2 protein. For an older body, where the natural digestive processes have inevitably begun to slow down, and where the subtle tendrils of inflammation are often already silently creeping in, this distinct protein difference is nothing short of life-changing. Goat milk, due to its unique protein structure and smaller fat globules, traverses the digestive system with remarkable smoothness and ease, significantly reducing the uncomfortable symptoms of bloating, acid reflux, and cramping that so many seniors, with a resigned acceptance, mistakenly attribute as merely an unavoidable, inevitable part of the aging process. It is unequivocally far gentler on the delicate gut, but its gentleness should by no means be mistaken for weakness. On the contrary, it is profoundly nourishing. Within the creamy richness of goat milk resides an abundant and diverse supply of essential minerals: calcium, phosphorus, and zinc. These are the very foundational minerals that play a decisive role in determining whether your bones retain their formidable strength and resilience, providing steadfast protection against injury, or conversely, thin to a perilous degree, leaving them vulnerable to fracturing from even a seemingly innocuous fall. Furthermore, goat milk is naturally endowed with medium-chain fatty acids, MCTs, a unique type of fat that is far more efficiently and readily converted into usable energy by the body compared to the longer-chain fatty acids found in many other dairy products. For an individual whose metabolism has naturally begun to slow down with age and whose muscles may tire more quickly than they once did, this readily available efficient fuel source translates into tangible, life-enhancing benefits. The capacity for longer, more invigorating walks, the confidence of steadier, more assured steps, and, crucially, the renewed energy to actively participate in and genuinely enjoy life's myriad pleasures once more. But perhaps its most profound, yet frequently overlooked gift is its rich concentration of selenium, a vital trace mineral absolutely essential for maintaining robust immune resilience and fostering stable, positive mood regulation. A significant number of older adults unknowingly suffer from a silent deficiency in selenium, a lack that often goes unrecognized, leaving them more susceptible to chronic fatigue, a slower and more arduous recovery from illness, and even heightened feelings of depression and despondency. Goat milk adeptly fills this silent, critical nutritional gap, providing a natural and potent source of this often missing mineral. I vividly recall the case of Mrs. Carter, a resilient 69-year-old retired nurse from the picturesque rolling hills of Kentucky, who came to me burdened by persistent, frustrating stomach troubles and an all-consuming, deep-seated fear of eventually losing her cherished mobility, a common anxiety among seniors. Upon my recommendation, she made a deliberate and thoughtful switch from her conventional cow's milk to goat milk, and within a remarkably short period of mere weeks, her digestion visibly eased. The discomfort she had long endured began to dissipate. 6 months later, her energy levels were noticeably stronger. A vibrant vitality had returned to her step. Her mood had unequivocally lifted, transforming her outlook. And with a beaming smile and immense pride, she joyfully informed me that she was once again confidently walking her beloved grandchildren to school, a simple act that represented a profound reclamation of her independence. Her exact words, delivered with heartfelt sincerity, still resonate with me. I thought my best days were behind me. Turns out I just needed to change what was in my glass. This powerful testimony eloquently illustrates the profound suffering one avoids, the immense value one gains when making the conscious choice to embrace goat milk over its harsher, less compatible alternatives. Goat milk is not a flashy, trendy new fad. It is timeless, inherently gentle, and remarkably powerful. It stands as a quiet, steadfast companion for those committed to aging with grace, strength, and unwavering dignity. Yet, even this remarkable and ancient milk, with all its inherent goodness, represents only a singular facet of the larger, comprehensive story of optimal dairy choices for seniors. Because the final milk we are about to unveil on this vital list is not merely gentle on the digestive system, it actively and profoundly protects both the brain and the bones in ways that are distinct and perhaps even unparalleled by other milk alternatives. When selected judiciously and with careful consideration, almond milk can indeed stand as one of the most potent and versatile tools available to seniors who are diligently striving to maintain their strength, uphold their cognitive sharpness, and preserve their invaluable independence as they age. The fundamental key to unlocking its full potential, however, lies in two critically important words: unsweetened and fortified. Without the insidious presence of added sugars, almond milk transforms from a potentially problematic beverage into a truly clean, commendably low glycemic drink. This crucial distinction means it will not trigger the dangerous, erratic roller coaster of blood sugar spikes and crashes that can wreak havoc on an aging body's metabolic stability and overall energy levels. Furthermore, when almond milk is conscientiously fortified with the essential trio of calcium, vitamin D, and magnesium, it then provides the precise combination of vital nutrients that your bones and muscles so desperately require to effectively combat the natural, inevitable decline associated with the aging process. For someone navigating the complexities of life past 60, where the occurrence of a fracture can often represent the pivotal difference between cherished independence and the profound loss of autonomy within a nursing home setting, such robust nutritional support is not merely an optional consideration. It is an absolute, non-negotiable essential. Beyond its crucial role in bone and muscle health, almond milk carries yet another powerful secret weapon in its nutritional arsenal: vitamin E, a formidable antioxidant. This fat-soluble vitamin plays a pivotal role in protecting the body's delicate cellular structures from the pervasive damage inflicted by oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is recognized as one of the silent, yet relentless forces relentlessly driving a myriad of age-related issues, including memory loss, muscle weakness, and the accelerated aging of tissues throughout the body. Compelling clinical research has consistently demonstrated that seniors with a higher, consistent intake of vitamin E experience a slower rate of cognitive decline and exhibit significantly better memory retention compared to those with lower intakes. Therefore, every conscious sip of unsweetened, fortified almond milk is not merely an act of protecting your physical bones. It is, in a much broader and profound sense, an act of actively guarding your precious brain, preserving your invaluable independence, and, crucially, defending your inherent ability to stay sharp, focused, and mentally agile for all the moments that matter most in your life. I recall vividly the story of Mr. Wallace, a distinguished 66-year-old Vietnam veteran who sought my advice burdened by concerns about persistent joint stiffness and a worrying upward trend in his blood sugar levels. He had already, with commendable discipline, embarked on a journey to improve his health, making the significant lifestyle changes of giving up soda and reducing desserts, yet, to his frustration, progress remained agonizingly slow. The turning point in his health journey, however, arrived when he made a seemingly small, yet profoundly impactful substitution. He swapped his daily glass of flavored cow's milk for unsweetened, fortified almond milk. The change that ensued was nothing short of remarkable. Within a mere few weeks, his blood sugar levels stabilized, no longer fluctuating wildly. His energy became noticeably steadier throughout the day, providing him with newfound vitality and, crucially, the persistent stiffness in his hands, which had previously hampered his dexterity, began to significantly ease. Just 3 months later, his laboratory tests revealed impressive improvements, demonstrating enhanced control over his pre-diabetes condition. With a renewed sense of vigor and immense pride, he joyfully shared with me that he had enthusiastically resumed playing catch with his beloved grandson again. "I didn't know something so small could give me back so much," he mused, a testament to the profound impact of this simple dietary alteration. His words powerfully underscore the immense reward that accrues from making the right, informed choice at the grocery store, a choice that reverberates positively throughout one's health and quality of life. Unsweetened fortified almond milk is far more than just a mere substitute for traditional dairy. It is a dedicated protective ally, steadfastly guarding your bones, effectively calming systemic inflammation, and diligently defending your precious memory. And when strategically combined with the gut-healing power of kefir and the gentle nourishment of goat milk, it forms a robust daily foundation for sustained strength, unparalleled mental clarity, and enduring vitality throughout your golden years. By now, the compelling truth should be abundantly clear, stripped of any lingering misconceptions. Milk, in its diverse and sometimes deceptive forms, is never just milk. For decades, a singular, overarching narrative permeated our collective consciousness. A widely accepted dogma that asserted any glass of milk, irrespective of its specific type or processing, would reliably protect our bones, sharpen our minds, and bestow upon us unwavering strength throughout our lives. However, the relentless march of scientific discovery, coupled with rigorous clinical investigation, has now unequivocally made it clear. Especially after reaching the pivotal age of 60, the seemingly innocuous choice of the wrong milk can, with a chilling stealth, quietly and systematically steal away your independence, eroding your physical and cognitive reserves from within. Sweetened plant milks, despite their alluring health halo, along with unfortified oat milks and the deceptively comforting flavored cows or lactose-free milks, may indeed offer a momentary solace to the taste buds, a fleeting sense of familiarity and sweetness. Yet within the intricate, delicate ecosystem of your aging body, they trigger a cascade of detrimental effects. They ignite systemic inflammation, progressively weaken the structural integrity of your bones, send your blood sugar levels soaring into dangerous territories, and, most tragically, accelerate the very decline in health and vitality that you have fought so hard with such earnest dedication to resist. Yet, in this landscape of potential peril, there remains an abundant and profound source of hope. For just as the wrong milk possesses the insidious capacity to chip away at your health, slowly eroding your well-being, the right milk holds an equally potent restorative power. It can actively rebuild and fortify it. Kefir, with its rich tapestry of beneficial probiotics, meticulously works to replenish your gut microbiome, profoundly enhancing your body's ability to absorb vital nutrients, thereby safeguarding and keeping your bones robust and strong. Goat milk, with its gentle A2 protein and nutrient-dense profile, soothes and supports healthy digestion, provides essential fuel for your muscles, and delivers a crucial array of minerals that bolster and guard your immune system, offering a shield against illness. Unsweetened, fortified almond milk, when chosen wisely, acts as a powerful delivery system, providing the indispensable calcium, vitamin D, magnesium, and vitamin E that your body craves, working in concert to help you remain mentally sharp and physically steady. Together, these thoughtfully chosen milks transcend their role as mere sources of nourishment. They serve as unwavering guardians, protecting your fundamental freedom to live life on your own terms, with dignity, vitality, and autonomy. I have been privileged to witness this profound transformation time and again in my patients, observing firsthand the remarkable impact of seemingly minor dietary adjustments. A small yet significant change in what they consciously choose to pour into their glass each morning can translate into truly life-altering benefits. Fewer debilitating falls, leading to greater confidence and mobility, a steadier, more reliable sense of balance, empowering them to navigate their world with ease, clearer, more agile thinking, preserving their cognitive sharpness, and the resurgence of vital energy, enabling them to truly enjoy precious moments with grandchildren, embark on enriching travels, and savor the countless everyday experiences that collectively weave the rich tapestry of a full and meaningful life. The choice of milk in isolation may appear deceptively small, an insignificant detail in the grand scheme of health decisions. However, the profound price of ignoring these crucial distinctions is, in reality, enormous. It can manifest in the devastating consequences of broken bones, the relentless burden of chronic disease, and, most heartbreakingly, the gradual, insidious loss of independence. A tragic outcome that no one ever anticipates until, often, it is too late to reverse its course. So I urge you, take a moment today to peer inside your refrigerator. Gaze upon the carton of milk nestled within and honestly ask yourself a pivotal question. Is this milk genuinely helping me, or is it, perhaps unknowingly, slowly hurting me? Because every single sip you take is a deliberate act, either actively constructing a stronger, healthier future for you, or, conversely, systematically breaking it down. The immense power to shape your well-being, to determine your path forward, is unequivocally in your hands, and the optimal time to act upon this vital knowledge is right now. Your bones, the very foundation of your physical being, your brain, the seat of your thoughts, memories, and identity, and your cherished independence, your autonomy to live life on your own terms. All are profoundly worth protecting, one conscious, informed glass at a time. These invaluable lessons are presented with the deepest intention to inspire you, to empower you to live a life that is truly full, vibrant, and authentically your own.